Anyone who knows me knows that I am obsessed with anything to do with rattan or wicker. And for me, they're the most beautiful things to have in your home because they look great as baskets for your plants, trays for your food to go into, all kinds of different things. But like everything, they need to be cleaned and they get dusty. And people are sort of always quite nervous as to what to do with something like this because it's something that's been woven, and I think people think that getting it wet is something that's quite scary. But no, this is something that as you wet it will actually tighten up in the sun. So literally all you need to do is run some warm water and then using some detergent, put it over, and with a really great brush that's got a little bit of texture to it, have a good old scrub. And don't be too scared, get right into those crevices because that's where all the dirt and all the dust sits. But you really need to make sure that you give it a really good cleanse afterwards so that you get rid of all the residue of the soap. And I promise you they actually really appreciate this. They like to be tightened up again, and the sun's the perfect way to do it. So do this on a day when the sun is shining. That is looking pretty good. I feel like I've got into all the spaces I need to. And then it's as simple as going outside and putting it out in the sun. The other thing I also want to let you know too is that when you've got products like this, which is something that's already got rattan over it and you can't take it off, you can do exactly the same thing. Scrub it under the hot water and put it out to dry. But it really does need to be a beautiful day because if you let it sit around, it will get too moist and then it will get moldy. So we don't want to do it on a day that's not perfect. So let's put it out. I always like to put a tea towel below the wicker basket that I'm drying just because it's a nicer way to absorb some of the water. And pretty much that's all you do. Leave it out and nature will do its thing. Now sometimes you might have wicker that has paint on it or a form of lacquer, and that's probably not the procedure you want to do. So just getting a wet chucks under the hot water with some soap on it and giving it a good old wipe down is also the perfect way of doing it. You can still make it wet, but you're not actually going to scrub the paint off it. And they're the things that you just need to look at depending on which piece you're looking after. But really, it is that easy, and it's something I probably do every year just to get rid of the dust and to bring back that wicker, give it back the luster and make it look alive again. And I think we can all agree when things are clean, they look beautiful.